Christmas Bible Study Series, and we're in Luke 22, verse 1. The festival of unleavened bread, which is called Passover, was approaching. The chief priests and the scribes were looking for a way to put him down because they were afraid of the people. Right away, we see them more afraid of people than they are of God. Then Satan entered Judas, called Iscariot, who was numbered among the 12. He went away and discussed with the chief priests and temple police how he could hand him over to them. They were glad and agreed to give him silver, so he accepted the offer and started looking for a good opportunity to betray him to them when the crowd was not present. Satan entered Judas. Evil works through human willingness. Judas had to be willing to do this. He accepted the money, he planned for it, he even knew intimate moments of time when Jesus was not around the crowds, and he was prepared to deliver him over to them. God allowed this to happen. It was for his plan. Verse 7, then the day of unleavened bread came when the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. Jesus sent Peter and John, saying, go and make preparations for us to eat the Passover. Where do you want us to prepare it? They asked him. Listen, he said to them, when you've entered the city, a man carrying a water jug will meet you. This is unusual because most of the times in this culture, in this time, it was the women who got the water. Follow him into the house he enters. Tell the owner of the house, the teacher asks you, where is the guest room where I can eat the Passover with my disciples? Then he will show you a large furnished room upstairs. Make the preparations there. So they went and found it just as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover. What's interesting to me is Jesus didn't tell the disciples specific instructions, the man's name, where the address was. He could have delivered in details, but he didn't. Jesus has foreknowledge. He is fully in control. So this could have been for protection. Maybe there's other things around that we're going to listen and we're going to hear. He told them a detail about the man holding the water because it would be easy to spot. Also, it reveals to the disciples how much power and foreknowledge he has. For them to have experienced exactly what Jesus told them to experience is mind-blowing. Jesus is walking fully aware to the suffering of the cross. 14, when the hour came, he reclined at the table and the apostles with him. Then he said to them, I have fervently desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. Fervently desired. This wasn't out of grim duty, I have to eat with my apostles. He wanted to do this. He wanted to serve with them, sit with them, talk with them. He loved his disciples. For I tell you, I will not eat it again until it is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. Then he took a cup, and after giving thanks, he said, take this and share it among yourselves. For I tell you, from now on, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God comes. And he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, gave it to them, and said, this is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same way, he also took the cup after supper and said, this cup is the new covenant in my which is poured out for you. But look, the hand of the one betraying me is at the table with me. Grace and treachery sat inches apart. For the Son of Man will go away as it has been determined, but woe to the man by whom he is betrayed. This communion is both a remembrance and an anticipation. Jesus still offered grace, even when he knew failure was coming, even when he knew our failure was coming. He still poured the cup. He still broke the bread with his disciples and a traitor in the midst. 23, so they began to argue among themselves which of them is going to do it. They are trying to figure out who was going to betray Jesus. Then a dispute also arose among them who should be considered the greatest. Jesus has been talking about what is coming. It is going to be hard. It's a reality that the disciples cannot fully grasp in their mind because their Messiah, God's Messiah, is with them, in front of them, and they don't understand truly what is coming. It is causing tension. It is causing arguments. It is causing pride to well up. We see them arguing over who the greatest is. The suffering is already started. And then Jesus' response to them arguing about who's the greatest, he says to serve on earth is to dine in heaven. So we must be servants on earth, because he says this is what I came to do, is to serve. So you must also serve. In verse 31, Simon, Simon, look out, Satan has asked to sift you like wheat. Repeating a name signals a deep emotion. Just think about Abraham. This was right at the moment of surrender. Or Moses, right at Moses's commissioning. And Martha, this was a loving correction. And even Saul. But I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Lord, he told him, I am ready to go with you both to prison and to RIP. I tell you, Peter, he said, the rooster will not crow today until you deny me 3 times that you do not know me. Satan is used as God's thresher to sift us. And Jesus is saying Satan is requesting to do this to you, so you need to get it together. Stay strong. I pray that when you turn back, because Jesus predicted that he would deny him, Jesus prayed that when you turn back from that you will encourage your brothers and sisters. And how often do we say, Lord, I would never do that. I would never deny you. And then we do it. This next paragraph is very important, okay? 35. He also said to them, when I sent you out without money bag, traveling bag, or sandals, did you lack anything? They said, not a thing. Then he said to them, but now whoever has a money bag should take it, and also a traveling bag, and whoever doesn't have a sword should sell his robe and buy one. For I tell you, what is written must be fulfilled in me. And he was counted among the lawless. Yes, what is written about me is coming to its fulfillment. So Jesus, when he first commissioned the 12, he told them to bring nothing. Remember, not even a walking stick, not an extra pair of clothes, no money, nothing. Here he's telling them the season is changing. They're going from accepted to rejected. Before, they could rely on hospitality, and then now they are about to be rejected. God's provision hasn't changed. The form of the provision is changing. And then they go to pray in the garden. Jesus tells them to stay awake. They get so exhausted in their grief that they fall asleep. The disciples are going through this too. Not as heavy as Jesus, as you can tell from his prayer to God. But Jesus tells them to pray so they wouldn't fall into temptation, because he knew that it was coming. The threshing was coming. Judas betrays Jesus in the quiet place. Jesus heals a man's ear, and they still arrest him. Peter does deny Jesus, like the Lord said, and then Jesus is mocked and beaten, and then he faces the Sanhedrin. A sad day is coming in our Luke, but 3 days after that will be a good one.